I grew up in, my name is Bertha Anderson,
Hmm.
and I grew up in Mississippi, in a little small, I was born in a small town called Sardis, Mississippi,
Hmm.
which is about 50 miles from Memphis, south
Okay.
of Memphis. And I later on, when I was 3 years old, I moved out of the little town into the country area.
Hmm.
Uh, and I lived with my great aunt and her husband.
Hmm.
And I grew, we didn't really do the farming. We did a little farming. They did a little farming when I was young, but by the time I was 9, they didn't do any more. My great uncle died when I was 9, so we didn't really do any farming. We just kind of worked with, helped other people, and
Hmm.
worked and got paid a little bit. When I got big enough. When I
That's
got big
good.
enough
What
to,
type of farming did you do?
well, they did
Hmm.
cotton farming. That was all we did in those areas. Because all the vegetables and stuff, people grew their own, like in their little gardens. They didn't have, there wasn't any big produce farms, near where I live,
Okay.
except for cotton. They only did cotton and corn, of course. And you didn't have to do anything with corn. They used the corn mostly for feeding the animals in the fall, during the winter months.
You said you
And
farm
then
corn too?
but they did do, well, the corn just kind of grew by itself. Really, they had nothing to do with the corn. Like cotton, you had to get the grass out and chop it, what they call chopping cotton, where
Hmm.
they get the grass out of the cotton and thin it out. They grow it in a row with a planter, and they're close, real close together, just a line of them, and then you have to cut them down, and make them about, my guess, about 12 inches apart, so
Hmm.
they'll grow. But if you leave them all close together, they don't grow and produce.
Right.
So, so you cut them down and take the weeds out, and then it'll grow up. You know, you don't have to do a whole lot else to it. You just hope it rains and whatever, so it will produce. And
Who
so, um,
who'd you chop cotton
and
for?
uh,
Who'd you chop cotton for?
just some people that